We're back with more Makoto Wakaido's case files. We're doing the Boogeyman Woods this time. I'm excited as usual. I really enjoyed the last case, so I'm excited for this case to see where it actually goes. Yes, we do understand that. I mean, it's all set in Japan though, right? We can assume that. Well, I might turn it down a little bit. There we go. I had it up for as a kid, I loved listening to my grand's story about his detective days. When I became a detective myself, I was put on a case related to one he'd worked on. It felt like destiny. So we're playing an older Makoto now. That's cool. I like that. I'm Makoto Wakaido. I'm scheduled a visit. Maybe we can figure out like the secret of this case, just like we did when we were a child. It's been a while. It really has. How's the little one doing? My little one. Well, we got a child of our own. Doing great doesn't even cut it. And you came here just to give me the good news? Not only that, I didn't have the chance to hear about my grandfather as much as I wanted. Could I bother you for some tales about the good old days? As you wish. Is this, the guy? Let's make this visit a fruitful one. What's his name? Oh, I can't remember the last case as much as I wanted. We'll set in the depth of the woods near an isolated village in O Prefecture, the one that gave us candy. At the center of this story was a family whose old traditions had survived modernity, the one that killed the priest. The whole village seemed to agree on what had happened to the victim. That poor soul got spirited away. Good movie. Prologue. The whole town watched Spirited Away. I found him. Here, in the spirit woods. It's the spirit. The spirit took another one. Oh, we're on site. We can click on things. What's going on? Did they find the missing person? That seems to be the case. The spirit woods, as they call them, are just over there. I'll go check the situation out. Alrighty. Well, you do that. I'm going to talk to this fella. How's it looking? Did they find this person alive? Unfortunately, it was too late. Right. It's over there, isn't it? Yes, sir. You can't miss it. I'll go and wait for you there. Alrighty, you do that, my friend. Better go take a look. Oh, we're a smoker. Makoto, why? You were so cool as a child. What was I saying before? I can't even remember. Just that I enjoyed the last case. I'm looking forward to this one. It was really good. Hello! I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. I've been put in charge of this case. Why is this person wearing an owl mask? Detective Wakaido, I didn't know you'd be working on this with us. I've already collected all the info I could from the scene. Feel free to ask me anything. Sure, the victim. Were we able to confirm the victim's identity? Yes, sir. Several of the people who were involved in the search recognized him. He is Tsushigi Ithindo, head of the most influential family in the village. The Sindo's head, eh? Can you tell me the cause of death? How did the victim die? There are signs of blunt trauma to the head, and one of the rocks near him is covered in blood. We also noticed several puncture wounds all over his body, and clear signs of a slip and fall. The most likely hypothesis is that he fell from the bridge up above. Cod fell and hit his dead. Cod being cause of death, not the fish. Do we have an estimated time of death, or the game? Judging from the testimonies of the victim's family, our time frame is between midnight and 6 a.m. Do we know anything else? My colleague over there could have some more information. Please ask him anything, sir. I'd better talk to the other cop too. Death between 12 and 6 a.m. Alrighty. We haven't found anything too floppy yet, but maybe we will. I should listen to what the officers on the scene have to report. Okay, well, fine. If you're not going to let me examine the body, so be it. Evidently, Detective Wakaido, thank you again for helping out with the serial manhole cover theft case. Oh, you were on that too? Nice to work with you again. Thank you, sir. I will help however I can. How the body was found. How did the body come to be discovered? This morning, the Sindo family reported that Mr. Sushiko had gone missing, and the village had been helping by combing the woods. Sukuhiko. There we go. They eventually found his body in this area, which they referred to as the Spirit Woods. Why? Is there ghosts there? Interesting name. Technically, these would be the Woods of Blessing. However, the village has a history of mysterious disappearances. The missing people, believed to have been spirited away, were eventually all found dead here, hence the nickname. They're just having a watch party, my good friend, a watch party in the woods. How should I go about gathering info? You can raise certain pieces of information on your notepad. Then you'll be able to ask and find out more about them. Try it on me, sir. I'll try erasing a piece of info on my notepad and talking to them again. Right, he told me to give them a call if I ever need help. I guess I can count on the Yasuzumi Detective Agency if I ever get stuck with the investigation. His assistant, Akane, will probably be the only one in the office, but oh well. Alright, let's leave. Let's have a chat with this cat, eh? Hello, cat. Oh, yeah, fine. Tell me about the victim. There's Sindo's head. Is the Sindo family a big deal around here? Well, it certainly is. It both influence and, well, during its something, the something. The people here have a great trust in the Sindo, and they will never speak ill of them. I see, a well-to-do bunch. Wonder what did he say? During its long history, it has made many contributions to the village. Alrighty. There we go. Can I chat with you about anything else? I can. I can talk to you about the cause of death. Detective Waikado, sir. Right. The cause of death. Tell me about this. Sounds like the poor lad fell to his death from the bridge. What do you make of it? There are several broken branches in the trees validating that scenario, but what are the holes in his chest? Most people are talking about an unfortunate accident, but there's enough reason to believe otherwise. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, what's up with this mask? And can I talk to this cat yet? Hello, cat. What's a cat doing here? Ain't no scaredy cat, are you? Sniff, sniff. Meow. 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 You want to drink this blood? Good friend. What am I looking at? Okay, let's examine the body. Someone has put a bull mask and a straw cape on the victim. I thought it was a dragon mask to begin with. What exactly is going on here? Or an owl mask? There are no traces of the body being dragged, nor is there any weapon or any other murder implement around. I have to assume he really did fall down that bridge. But what about the holes? That is interesting, isn't it? Is there anything else I can talk to these fellows about? The weird setup, and talk to the body about this. Excuse me, body? Taking a better look, both the mask and the cape are spotless. Could they have gone through that fall without a single scratch? I think they'll lay here later, yeah. Maybe the costume has been placed on the victim after he died. The cape doesn't necessarily look like it's spotless though. Isn't there blood on it down the bottom right there? Costume put on after death. Or is this the cape here down on his leg? Let's ask the police about the costume. Detective Wakaido, sir. Right. The bull mask. Yes, sir. They're used as part of a traditional ceremony in the village. Usually they're kept in the Sindo family storehouse. Okay, so the costume was locked away. What did he say first? Include. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Shut up. Bye. I don't need to hear any more yapping out of you. I do need to talk to you about the costume now. Tell me about the mask and the straw cape. Could it be someone else that put the on the victim? Incidentally, forensics found something rather interesting in that regard. Neither the cape nor the mask had the victim's fingerprints on them. Then someone else must have put them on him. We may be looking at more than an accident here. I think so. Possibly murder. I agree. But do we have anything more that we can chat with anyone else about? No, not right now. So let's close this and then let's deduce something. What are we deducing? Maybe an orange? An apple, perhaps? Time to put together all the information I know. The head of the Cinder family was reported missing, and the villagers searched the mountain for him. Unfortunately, the man was already dead by the time he was found. What was the cause of death? Well, he was pushed, right? He fell. Right, it's likely that the victim died falling from a bridge. But I don't think that's the whole story. The body was found in the woods of the Blessing. However, that's not what the villagers call that place. They call it the Spirit Woods. Why the nickname? Because many people have been spirited away there. Right, other people have been spirited away and then found there in the past. Maybe it's like a suicide plot forest. The way the body was found is really easy to write it all off as an accident. But something about the body made me raise my eyebrows. What was that? The weird spirit set up around the body. But does that really make sense? Okay, fine, the costume then. The costume. The costume put on after death. Right, it's possible that the mask and the bullwhip were put on after death. Cape. What little do I know about the mask and cape is enough for assertion. What was that? That it was from the locked room in the Cinder family storehouse, yeah. Alrighty, do you reckon we can investigate the storehouse now? I scrapped the info I'm not gonna need anymore. Meaning chances I'm looking at a murder. I also need to learn more about the storehouse and how it's locked. So we'll go there first. We'll find out if there's anything mysterious coming that way. People being spirited away in a village that looks like it came out of a history book. Not what I'd expect in this day and age. I'd expect it more look to like a Chinese bathhouse. I need to work under the assumption that there was no accident. The Cinder family is in need of some questioning. Or a Japanese bathhouse? I know that is based on an actual Japanese bathhouse. The Boogeyman Woods. Makoto Wakaido's Case Files number 2. Presented by Suka... Oh, my Japanese is not that good. Powered by... And I can't read that one at all. If you can translate it, check it in the comments. Chapter 1. I really don't know. What is your deal, my good friend? Are we really looking at an accidental fall from the bridge? The way he was found seems to suggest that. The villagers who helped out with the search all say he was spirited away. Yes, but... What's Totoro here? Or the cat bus? What's all this spirited away business about? It's a movie. There have been similar cases here in the past. Someone goes missing, and they find the body a few days later in the woods. The villagers consider it a supernatural happening, a curse of sorts. A curse where someone is in a bathhouse and have to wash a dirty river sprite, or something like that. There's nothing else really to visit over here, is there? Just the village? No. Ooh, no. I'm trying not to... Can we walk this way? No. Can we talk to these fellows about anything? No. Can we? No. No, I don't want to quit the game. Let's continue for a second. Excuse me, young man. No. And excuse me, younger man. Aha, there we go. The victim was from the Cinder family, right? Yes, sir, the most influential family in the village, and it was at the head of it. That's their house that you can see over there. What a mansion. It is quite beautiful. Shall we go? We'll smoke a 15th cigarette for today first. There are more places I can go now. After I'm done looking around here, I'll need to check out the other places as well. So that'll be the storeroom and things like that. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Detective Waikado from the Prefectural Police. My, aren't you young for a detective? There are a couple of things I'd like to ask you about this case. Case? Wasn't it just an accident? A relationship with the victim? I'm assuming you're a member of the Cinder family? Sorry to have to ask you this, but how are you related to Sugihiko? I'm Himiko, eldest daughter of the Cinder family. Sugihiko was my brother. What about the rest of the family? Are there any other Sendo around? Chitaro, our oldest sibling, passed away when he was still young, just as Sugihiko did. In the forest, the gloomy one over there is Mitsuo, the youngest. In our storehouse, we also have a complete family tree. Oh, that'd be interesting. Like I'm going to remember all those names, sure. I'll try my best. We never know. Who's this up here? These must be pictures of all the previous heads of the family. Recall. The family tree was in the storehouse, I think. We'll go check it out once I've done questioning the people here. Right, so we need to know who this is. So this must be Mitsugo. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. Oh, I don't know anything. The relationship with the victim. Could you tell me how you're related to Sugihiko? I am the third oldest man in the family, Mitsuo. He was my older brother. My condolences. Thanks. Can I play World of Warcraft now? Would you say Sugihiko was on good terms with you and his other siblings? More or less, I guess, as far as siblings go. I never stood out much in the family anyway, so... What about the costume? When it was found in the woods, Sugihiko was wearing a mask and a straw cape. The spirit's costume? What do you mean, spirit? It's a legendary creature we worship here in the village. Their mask and straw cape are modeled after it. It's my fursuit. We usually only take that costume out of the storehouse for the festival, though. Parents from their past tell us stories to their children. Better behave or the spirit will come and get you. Oh, interesting. Can we chat about that to anyone? Well, we can talk about the death and the costume. Well, let's talk about this boogeyman. I'm assuming this is the same spirit that gets the blame for the spirit of the white people. Correct, and it really happened too. It was years ago. A girl just often disappeared. I heard that they found her dead in the woods after a few days. It's the spirit's curse. This village is no stranger to it. Oh, really? Okay, well, let's have a chat with, Ooh. No, I don't want to get out of here now. Let me continue. Yes, thank you. I don't even know what button I pressed to be able to do that. Z. I see. Let me talk to you about the costume. Oh, detective, it's you. When Sugihiko was found in the woods, he was wearing a mask and a straw cape. A mask and a straw cape? Why would he? What's more, it looks like someone put those on him after he died. I heard that normally these things are kept in your family's storehouse. They are, but it's locked, so it's not like anyone can just come in and get them. Right. So maybe it was some part of your family that managed to get in. Let's talk to you about the death. Yes, it's me. You don't need to say that. What were you doing between midnight and 6 AM? You're telling me I'm the subject? The suspect even? The influence? Of course I used to hope that Sugihiko would hurry up and die so I could get my share of the inheritance. But if we're talking motives, everyone here had one. Anyway, last night I was resting here in my room. By yourself? Precisely. So you have no alibi? Yes, she has no alibi. Tell me more about this locked storehouse. Who has keys? Does everyone in the Sendo family have access to the storehouse keys? Only in the current head of the family. Before he died, Sugihiko was in charge of them. Really? Okay. Is that all I can chat with you about, or can I chat with you? Okay, let me put on this and go chat with your brother for a second. Yes, brother. Can you tell me about your alibi? What were you doing between midnight and 6 AM? Reading in my room. Am I a suspect? Yes, everyone is a suspect until proven otherwise. That's how murders work, my good friend. Oh, hello. You should know that being a nerd and all. I was told Sugihiko had the key to the storehouse. Do you reckon the lock could have been broken? I don't know anything about the storehouse. You want to ask Seiko, Sugihiko's wife. Ah, is she one? Perhaps. Don't answer that. Do answer that. If you feel like it. You reckon this... Oh, that might be the road that the police were standing at. That's the Spirit Woods. We don't really want to go there, do we? That's the thingamajig, and this is what? The field road? We don't want to go there either. We've talked to everyone that we want to talk to right here. Have we? Yes. No. Let's talk to him about this. Tell me about their people spirited away. All I heard from the villagers is that it's an unbelief. A spirit that kidnaps people have done bad things. Sounds like the kind of things parents everywhere tell their children to make them behave. Right, okay. So nothing too suspicious and nothing more I can chat with you guys about right now. Is there anything more in the area at all? No, okay. Well, let's go to the road then, the field road. Though, oh, there are people here now. Okay, this is handy. You, tell me about yourself. I would like to ask you a few questions about this case. It's the curse! What do you know? You know anything about the spirited away cases? Meddle in this no longer. Let it snatch you too. Do you know anything? Right. Yeah. Yeah. Snatches and abduct me? Heed my words, anger it not, it will snatch you. As everyone... Okay, but please explain. If you know anything, I'd really appreciate it if you could. It watches, it sees all, it hears all. No secret is kept from the Great Spirit. Okay. It's a curse, alrighty, fine. You are no help whatsoever, my non-helpful friend. May I have a word with you? Be my guest, just you be careful with old Graham. She's a handful, especially for outsiders. The curse. When people talk about the curse, they're referring to the spirit that drags its victims into the woods, never for to be seen again. Act naughty and it will snatch you. That's scary. Them's what the festival's for. Got the costume from the Shinto storehouse and all. It's so the spirit don't get mad. Right. What about the spirit? What do the people in the village think of these spirited away disappearances? What you reckon we think? You hear stories from your old folks all your life. Go around gossiping and the spirit will come for you. We're all scared out of our boots is what we think. Really? You are scared? I wouldn't have suspected that. You seem rather brave. Thank you for your cooperation. I'm Detective Wakaido from the Prefectural Police. My pleasure. What's your relationship with the victim? Can you tell me how you're related to Sugihiko? My name is Saiko, and Sugihiko was my husband. My deepest condolences. Listen, detective, this was no accident. Sugihiko was murdered. I know because I did it. I'm Saiko after all. Someone killed him. It must have been someone from the family. I'm looking into it. If you see anything suspicious, please let me know. In the meantime, can you tell me about this? Does this mean anything to you? Detective! Your alibi for the time of the death. I mean no offense, but as a formality, I need to ask you this. What were you doing between midnight and 6 AM? I was sleeping in my room, next to my husband's, only divided by a paper sliding door. Oh, really? That's a bit risky, isn't it? Well, I mean, your husband and wife. Surely you should be sleeping in the same room. Detective! Tell me about the storehouse lock. I was told Sugihiko had the key to the storehouse. Do you reckon the lock could have been broken? Not as far as I know, and I need help with the festival preparations every year. The lock was in perfect condition every time I saw my husband open it. Really, the lock wasn't broken. Does that mean that the storehouse right now is still locked? Yes, I would think so. It's an old decorative lock and nobody would go out of their way to open it if not for the festival. Only unlocked for the festival, really? And that's when people put on the mask? So maybe this one was a replica. Tell me about this. When the old head of the family, Ichitaro, was spirited away, was it the day of the festival? Were the mask and the cake also found there? It happened on a normal day, completely unrelated to the festival. The mask and straw cape were there, but I've heard the storehouse was found locked back then too. Right, costume gone, door locked. What can you tell me about this festival? Have you ever entered the Cinder storehouse while preparing for the festival? Sure, every year. Then family head opens it up for us. Locks one old sturdy thing, fancy key too. Ain't no locksmithers can make one like it anymore. Okay, so it can't be a replica because no one would know how to make it. And that's all I can chat with you guys about. Where can I go next? Perhaps back to the house? We need to find our way into the storeroom, don't we? Right. Can I perhaps... Is there an additional storehouse area? Have I grabbed everything I can from the Spirit Woods? It didn't say so, so... Oh, no. Let me pull up my X. Okay, I've chatted with them about everything that's in my book so far. I can have another look at the body. There's no one else around here, just the two detectives. Okay. And the road I've chatted with everyone about. Allegedly, yeah. So it looks like the only place left is the forest that I can go to on this little map. Unless there is a secret little button to go to the field house. Yeah. Alright, let's just chat with these guys for a second. Did anyone visit? The officer from the local told me that past cases also feature the same mask and cape. Apparently they're usually kept in the Smith family storehouse. Alrighty, well, did anyone visit? Did anyone come to visit the scene since I was here last time? Yes, sir. Several villagers gathered, prayed for the victim, and then left. Okay. Well, that's certainly interesting, isn't it? So... He's wearing a peculiar costume, and you got anything new to say? Hello. What about the impression of the Sendai? Sugiji's one was very incensed. She insisted someone from the family must be behind her husband's death. If you ask me, the victim's siblings don't seem very troubled at all by his death. Yeah, that's because they're getting a big payout from the inheritance, right? Been questioning all interested people. What about you? Heard anything useful? Well, we've been questioning everything we could as well, but we gained very little from it. What with the incident taking place at night? Nobody had an alibi we can confirm beyond any doubt. No presently confirmed alibi. Yeah, that's what I found as well. I wouldn't necessarily say that people weren't helpful though. Just that they were less helpful. Right, okay, yeah. So now we've got more things to chat with people about. Is there anything that we can chat with people out here? The sister against the brother we can talk about. Siblings' disagreements. Bet you they were already arguing about who being the next head of the family. Indeed, the eldest daughter Himiko in particular looks like it's a crucial issue to her. Wonder how the rest of the family is responding. They all have motives, right? Okay. Well, I think that Himiko is probably next in line, but would the brother like that? He's younger than her, but she's a woman, and generally, you know, like it goes to the next male head in tradition, right? Time to put together all the info I got. Went ahead and questioned the sender, the victim's relatives. Not one of them had an alibi. What's more, they looked like they were on terrible terms with each other. It's possible that one of them is involved in Sugihiko's death. Who stood to profit from Sugihiko's death? Everyone did. They all have motives. Right, every single relative of his had enough of a motive to kill him. So there's not really any innocence. The storehouse was locked and the key was in possession of the head of the family, Sujihiko. Nobody could enter it without his permission. However, the spirit's costume was found outside after each of the past disappearances. Could it be that the storehouse's lock is broken? In what state is the storehouse's lock right now? Apparently, it is not. It's still locked. Where is it? Okay, the storehouse is locked. Right, okay, well. We don't know, but we do know all of this. We know this, right? Costume gone, door locked. Right, the store was locked. No doubt about that. Well, there is some doubt in my mind still. Not until we've actually confirmed it. More than one villager talked about the mysterious disappearances at the hand of a spirit. But you can't build a case around a fairy tale. The mysterious disappearances in the village? How do the villagers refer to them? There's the spirited away thingamajigs. Yeah, boogeyman spiriting people away. Misbehaving, the boogeyman will come to punish you. It's just like a children's story. Right, the disappeared people are said to have been spirited away. And then get clean. An officer got some info from the local police station. Info about other past disappearances. Thing is, there's something tying those past cases to the current one. What was found along with the victim's body after those past disappearances? That was the costume, the mask. Mask with the sin in past cases. Right, the same mask and straw campers were found this time. Yeah, so we need to have a look at the storehouse, or see if someone's making these. Yeah, whatever is behind this death must go way back. I need to find out more about the people who were spirited away before. Well, I know someone that we can ask. He's got no face. Yes, you. Tell me about the mask and cape. Costume is based off the spirit worshipped in the village. Great. Correct, aye. We use it for the festival we do in the spirit's honor. Anyway, gotta get back to work. Ain't no vegetables picking themselves. Alrighty, well, fair enough. I don't want to keep you from your job as much as you want to. Oh, this is the other guy. I had the Cinder family head had the only key to the storehouse. Yeah, right, he'd open it for us before the festival. None other can open it, not even those other Sendo folks. Right where it is now, though. What does the village think of the Cinder family? Them's like gods for us, show you how much we owe them. Really, you owe them. But they're the rich family. When them folks were spirited away years ago, it was them Sendo who helped us sort it all out, but they probably did it. That's the thing. Man, they still get them records from back then at the police station. The police station, huh? There's a police station out here? I'll blow some smoke in your face, I hope you don't mind. We've teleported. Excuse me. You're an officer, right? Thank you for your work. The cat near the body. There was a cat in the woods where the body was found. Had a little bell on its collar. Any idea whose cat it could be? Oh, ought to be Masayo's. You know, Masayo Sendo. She's been around looking for it. Oh, Masayo's cat. Oh, really? Has she been combing the woods prior to the death of the body? You took part in the search for Sugihiko, right? Did you see anything peculiar? Ain't seen much of nothing. This time round, the psycho was looking at it, losing it. Poor soul, makes you feel for her. With the Sendo there too? With Himiko and Mitsuyo Sendo also taking part in the search? They wasn't on the mountain with us, I reckon. But you know, at times like these, the Sendo let all use their house to rest and such. I figured them two siblings were in their mole rooms helping out somehow. Right, I see. So they weren't doing anything. Is what you're trying to tell me. In more words. Sorry to intrude while you work. It's an honor, detective. Tell me how I can be of help. Did the villagers notice anything unusual in searching the woods? They did say that the remaining siblings were terribly cool about it all. Just like when Ichitaro disappeared, so they organized it, right? Makes sense. I knew it. They're old file case records. We have the files. All the files in here are pretty old. Somewhere among them must be the records of the Spirited Away cases. Right, so we can ask the files, but not about anything in particular right now. But we can move, and perhaps we can finally go to the storehouse. Yes, we can. Alrighty, let's go. Is there a lock on the door? Well, apparently not. Hello, ma'am. Detective Wakaido. I'm with the police. My pleasure, Detective. I'm Masayo Sendo. I've lost a cat. I am very sorry about your grandfather. Oh, actually, my grandfather was Ichitaro. Oh, really? So this was your father? May I ask you about him? Oh, no, your uncle. Certainly, but all I know about him is secondhand from my grandmother. He died before I was born. Really? Okay, so he in the 9 months leading up to your birth death, died? The granddad she never met. Alrighty. How interesting. Are you Ichitaro's wife? And you are? Police, here's my badge. I see, Detective Wakaido, is that right? Let's have a chat. Would like to hear about your husband and the family's past as well as the case on hand. Would that be alright? Sure, there's little about the Sendo that I don't know. Alrighty. No. I'll ask you about stuff later. Right now I want to look at this family tree. Got a family tree. There's something on the ground. Alrighty, let's examine it. A toy ball? Dropped toy ball. Maybe the cat dropped it. There's another costume here, but we can ask this lady about this person. Alrighty, let's do that. What's this as well? Oh, this will be the family tree, which we can go back to the house and ask you about now. How can I help you? Yeah, a grandfather you never met. What have you heard about him from your grandmother? Oh, just some old stories. It seems like he had a way of driving Grandma mad by being constantly busy with this and that. But sometimes she stumbles for words. There must be something about his past that she's not comfortable sharing. Or probably the death. Makoto keeping quiet, eh? Stumbling for words. Kind of topic makes your grandmother stumble for words. Surprisingly normal topics, like how she'd spend time alone in the mansion, or how she got along with Grandma's siblings. Grandpa's siblings, even. We can't talk to any of them about that. Even Masayo's cat, which is a little weird that we can't ask about the cat. But yeah, let's go back to the house now and find out about the family tree and perhaps other things while we're here. Yeah, Luke? I have a few words with you. Feel free, but I'm rather busy, so please make it snappy. Why you're busy? You say you're busy, is that because of the preparations for the funeral, discussing who will succeed Sugihiko and so on? That's none of your concern. Alrighty, well, what is my concern? The misplaced costume? That the festival costume is normally kept in the Sendo storehouse. Indeed, normally. Beats me how anyone could take it out. Sugihiko must have been really careless with that key. Right, well, it's definitely unlocked now, I can tell you that. But Sugihiko was definitely in charge of the key? So Sugihiko had the key to the storehouse. Is it possible that he lets anyone else hold on to it? Ask Makoto. Maybe she knows. The previously head of the family, Ichitaro, was her husband after all. Right. Who can enter the storehouse? Do Sugihiko's siblings also need permission to enter the storehouse? They would need to ask him for the key. Yes, nobody has ever had any business in that old shack. Right. Okay. So the only thing that it's really used for is storing the costumes. Interesting. There must be pictures of all the previous. Right. We can't introduce anything even though we've seen the family tree. Right. Can I talk to him about anything now? Allegedly, well, I can potentially teleport. Nope. Okay, let's run over to him. And by run, I mean have a brisk walk. Tell me about Himiko looking busy. Preparing a funeral is no easy task. Have you been busy as well with all that's happened? Not really, no. Himiko will take care of things, probably. What about the next head of the family? You're the next in the line, so would you become the head of the Sendo family? Normally, yes, but Himiko won't make it easy. Really? Okay. Oh, I'm so tired. Busy workday, I guess. We've had a look at that. You told me to go speak to Mizuhiko, so perhaps I go speak to her now. Yes. Let us... No, I cannot, but let's chat with them again, just in case. I've already talked to you about all of these. Yes, oh, it's nothing, you just remind me of someone. Okay, well, I think this is just probably... sure. There's a little about the Cinder that I don't know, right. We have listened to that before. Tell me about Ichitaro. Okay, yeah, okay. Mizuko's the wife, isn't she? And she was at the road. So maybe... Can we ask these fellows about anything at the moment? Yes, Masayo's cat. We can talk to this lady about... Are you perhaps Masayo? Yes, maybe. Detective Wakaido, please. A detective? I've never seen a badge before. Let's have a chat, eh? Are you from this village? Yes! Wait, do I look like I'm not? I'm just surprised someone so young lives here. Yeah, almost everyone here is right for pension. Well, I guess the cat isn't that old. Well, maybe it is ready for pension. Oh, is that yours? No, sir, it's Messiah's. Really? Who's Messiah? Who's this Messiah? You don't know? Messiah sent her. We're friends. I found her cat, so I was on my way to bring it back to her. Would you say you and Messiah are close? Oh yeah, we've been friends since we were kids. She'd come tag along when I helped my grandpa working in the fields, and we'd chat about our lives and such. What did she tell you? About her cat, for example. She put catnip in the toilet bowl and he'd go fetch it for her. Stuff like that. This cat must be old. Also, well, she'd talk about her grandma's times pretty often. Oh, really? Maybe this cat really is ready for the pension. Hello, detective. Can you tell me about your grandmother? You know anything about Messiah's grandfather? I've heard about him from her. She told me he was an entrepreneur with a very strong sense of justice. Can't remember much more than that. It's been ages since we talked about those things. Right, okay. So perhaps we can ask the old lady about that later. We've asked all these fellows about everything else. Let's quickly ask a beekeeper person. Even though you're not a beekeeper, you're just like a guy with a basket on his back. Taking a break for work? Sure am. Don't overwork yourself either, eh? Anything suspicious? Have you seen or heard anything suspicious? Can't say I have. Anyway, care for a pastry? Take it easy. You're gonna work yourself into the ground. I'll always have a pastry, my friend. If you're offering, I will gladly take one from you. That's just kind of the person I am. Oh dear. Alright. Well, she's pregnant. Oh no, she's got a big badunkadunk. Nope, apparently we can't get things wrong here because I pressed the wrong button. Why is Z and X so close together on the good old keyboard? There we go. Alright, let's go back to the police station in that case. Yes, I understand that. Have we got anything that we can chat to? No, but we probably can chat with anyone regardless. No, we've chatted with him about everything. How have we chatted about him for everything? Yes. Huh. the other thing that I want to do quickly is go back to the forest and see what's here. Because we haven't been here yet. The body's been gone left. You're the only one left here? Yes, sir. They just carried away the victim's body. Anything unusual? Did you notice anything this strange? The way the victor's villagers treated the Sindo family. It's more than respect. It's closer to worship, really. That's because of the spirited away missing peoples. Was there another officer here with you? Where's he gone? Yes, he was here, but the higher-ups of one officer was more than enough, and that he should go back as soon as the body left. Right. I said that Sugihiko's wife came to see his husband. How's she been holding up? She has barely spoken a word. When she's not crying, she's shaking. I haven't found it in me to speak to her. Well, I speak to her. Did anyone visit a set for Sugihiko's wife? Villagers passing by, paying their respects to the victim, but that's it. Alrighty, well, let's go find Sugihiko's wife and have a chat with her. Is there anything that I can chat with these people about? Didn't I already look? Probably. But, yeah. You were here. Oh, detective, it's you. The body was found. This place still has the smell of death on it. Are you sure you're fine? Not easy, but I want to pray for my husband. About the Sindo family. Can you tell them? Imagine the Sindo siblings are constantly fighting about who'd be the next head of the family. Himiko was with me when we heard that my husband had been found dead. You know what the first thing she said was? We need to start planning the family's course of action. That's what. Even if her brothers die, all she cares about is becoming head of the family. Right, Himiko is sis for the title. And I don't think she's probably going to get it. Just something that I say. But she's not going to make it easy for the other guy to get it. Do you want to talk to me about becoming the head of the family, my good friend? I can talk to her brother about it. Let's do that right now. Yes. Himiko's obsession with becoming the head of the family. You're all having a muddy hard time agreeing on Sugihiko's successor, isn't that so? There's a lot of discussion going on, but in the end the title will go to the oldest living son. Tradition is all above here. Right, the Cinder power struggle. So, yeah, I figured that as much. That it's tradition that it will go to him, no matter what she does, which is sad. But, you know, it makes sense. Well, it doesn't make sense logically at all. She's quite, you know, powerful enough, smart enough. But, you know, it's just how sometimes the world works, unfortunately. I would rather it not be that way, but you know. Yes, is there something the matter? No, it's nothing. You just remind me of someone, right? What do you do after your husband passed? I had a newborn baby with me, so I thought I'd have to leave. But Sugihiko, kind as he was, let me stay and took care of us. Really? He had the key, so Sugihiko wasn't the only one who had access to the key. It used to be my husband who had the key, since he was the head of the family. When I heard that the mask and cape were found in Sugihiko's body, I came here to open the lock and check. Who else had the key? Is there anyone apart from you two who could have used the key? No, sir. It's a very old key. Too old to duplicate. I doubt that. Sugihiko and I held onto it, and that was it. Normally the older ones are easy to duplicate. Got less stuff going on. Sugihiko and Makoto had the key. Right. And we can't find out anything here. Just making sure there's nothing behind my back. What about it? The costume? Oh no, this is just the toy ball. Right. Okay, nothing else here for now. Or maybe there is. Let's teleport back to the front. See if we can chat with this lady about the ball. No. The key. Oh, it's nothing. You just right. You and Sugihiko had the key. Does that mean that if someone wanted to open the storehouse, they'd need your key? It does. There are no other keys. The Sendo had an artisan make that lock and key generations ago. Duplicating it would be too hard. What about getting it some other way, smashing it through a window or something like that? Doubt it could be picked or forced open either. You'd be surprised. The lock wasn't picked. I doubt that. Or we'll get the lockpicking lawyer, or you get McNally onto it. I reckon we'll have it done very soon. Alrighty, well I've got nothing for you to talk about at the moment, so I'm out of here. Let's go to the road. It's hard to know exactly whom to talk about, was it? I'm pretty sure I've got all the information. Well, that's fine then. We don't need to be here for too long. Let's get back to here. The police. Yeah, leave. Right. Let us have a look here. Lot wasn't banked. Right. So we've chatted with all of these people about the potential stuff. I think that their dialogue only changes once per day, so let's chat with these fellows. I'm pretty sure I got all the info. Right. So it's the police, and perhaps the woods. The woods. What's it gonna say? Yeah, probably get some more info. Okay. This one from the lady. She wants to talk about Himiko being obsessed with the title. What does she mean by course of action? She was talking about the family's future as if she was already the new leader. The audacity. Really? Ichitara's dead. Did his siblings react similarly when Ichitara passed? They all put on their mourning faces, but that was just for show. They immediately started talking about successes and whatnot. Tsujihiko was the only one to think about poor Makoto, who'd lost her husband, and her daughter, who lost her father. Really? Okay. That is certainly interesting. Anything can I talk to you about that, perhaps? Nope. Probably Ichitaro is one I'll need to go have a look at the case file about. But firstly, I knew there. Let me go back to the storehouse. I'm pretty sure I got all the info I can from here. Let's get to the road. I'm pretty sure I got all the info I can from here. So finally, last but not least, the police. Yeah. So let's ask the case file. No. This is this guy about the poor siblings' relationships. Yes, nice to see you too. Well, in their house, did the Cinder's behaviour strike you in any way? Not that striking, but they were holed up in their own rooms all along. Place was dead silent. Oh, figure how they'll stay so calm, I thought, but wait, don't tell me they're suspects. They are unfair siblings. Oh. I can ask the police about this. Tell me. Right. So, Tsujihiko went missing and then found dead, same as his older brother, and the rest of them just stayed calm throughout both times? They did, but after the whole case was filed as an accident. So that was only when they became calm. Right. I'd like to know more about the people who had gone missing before in the village. The first case of someone being spirited away happened years before Chitara's death. It was a local girl. They searched the whole village for days, but to no avail. She was then found dead in these woods. And near her body, the spirit's masking straw cape were put up as to look down on her. Really? Why did they say spirited away? Is why the villagers started saying that the people were being spirited away? Not quite. According to our records, nobody was using the term after the first case. The second and third followed soon after. That was when people stopped talking of the spirit's curse. Right, because of their costume, perhaps? Tell me how it can be of help. Didn't anyone have questions? Isn't it weird to just chalk it up as an accident? Didn't the Sendo family have any questions about that? Questions? Ichitaro's wife wasn't satisfied with that decision, but his siblings didn't take it too badly. We still have the records from those disappearances here at the station. Feel free to read them. I will. They spirited away before. Right. Let me have a look at these spirited away places. This must be with the file with those records from the earlier disappearances before Ichitaro's. The first girl wasn't said to be spirited away, but when the second person went missing shortly after, the term was already in use. That's what it says, probably because the movie came out. Record of the first disappearance. Okay, can we talk to anyone about that perhaps? Maybe this police officer, or maybe this guy. Okay. Well, perhaps we can go to the... here? Because we haven't got, I'm pretty sure that all the information I've got. Okay. Who else might have records? This lady. The old lady might have. Oh, I can deduce now. Aha. Again, I missed the prompt for it. Yeah. Deduce. Just like last time, I just missed the prompt for whatever reason. Alrighty. The local police station still has the file cases for the villagers. Villagers took them up as people being spirited away, and the cases ended up with so much as a suspect. However, some people had doubts. But what did the police make of those cases? They were accidents, they thought so. Past cases considered accidents. Right, they filed all of them as accidents, which is weird to me. Because it's like, how many people can fall off a bridge before it's not an accident? Some villagers stated that Himiko and Mitsuo were uncannily cool when notified of their brother's death. Can someone really keep their cool after losing a brother for the second time? Or maybe it's exactly because they already went through this with Ichitaro. What does Psycho have to say about those two? What does Psycho have to say about those two? Generation to generation. 4 siblings relationship. Right, unlike the villagers, Psycho was appalled by how kill Himiko and Mitsuo remained. Right. It was only Itsugi. Ichitaro died. His brother Sugihiko took his place as the head of the Sendo family. Yeah, it was only Sugihiko that was actually cool about it. Now that Sugihiko is dead too, the family needs to decide on his successor. It's either going to be Himiko or Mitsuo, but it looks like they're still far from agreeing on either. So what's the issue that the Sendo family has to deal with? They have to deal with the power struggles, right? The Sendo power struggle. Right, the survivors in the family are assessed for the title of the head of the family because they want all their inheritance and their money. For generations, the head of the Sendo has been charged the key to the storehouse. It's the only person who can enter it at will. However, Ichitaro used to share this responsibility with his wife Makoto. Then Ichitaro died and Sugihiko became the next head of the family. And who's in charge of the key now? Well, I believe that it might be nobody but Sugihiko and Makoto. Sugihiko and Makoto had the key. Right, Sugihiko and his sister-in-law Makoto were in charge of the key. Right, so Makoto continued having access to the thing. Right, nothing like a convenient accident to spice up a family succession dispute. And I still have so many questions about that key. Yeah, we haven't actually seen it yet. Does Makoto still have it? And what's the difference between a Makoto and a Mikoto? Hey there, detective. Did you take part in the search for Sugihiko? I couldn't. I've got a condition, you know. I'm visiting the clinic day in, day out like it was a temple. Who'd have guessed one of the Sendo would be spirited away too, huh? Really? Okay. Why? What's so unexpected about that? I mean, all those people went missing one after the other, and then we'd find them on that mountain. And who'd help us sort things out every time? The Sender family. It was a given. We got no baddies here, but we got heroes protecting the village. Never made sense to me, even as a kid. Right, they're like superheroes, but there's no baddies. They're their own baddies. Why? Mr. Pierce W by accident. And the Cinder will be the one standing to protect the village. You know, my house is in the outskirts, almost of the village. Turns out it's because of my grandpa. Or was it my grandpa's grandpa? Anyway, after the first ferreting away, he thought he had it all figured out. He blamed the Sendo. That's what my mind is going to as well. But he was wrong and people wanted to chase him out. The Sendo let him stay where I live now. Still, who knows, that was a long time ago. Maybe the Sendo stand to protect themselves, and that's it. That's my 2 cents. Righty, okay. I'll blow the smoke in your face while I think about it. In the meantime, let me check out this clinic. Can I talk to you about anything? Well, I've only got one piece of information right now. And no, may I have a few words? Oh, Mr. Detective, sure thing. Did you happen to notice anything suspicious? Me, myself? No, but lately the doctor's been busy treating some folk. Maybe he's got some gossip for you. Why are you at the clinic? You look healthy to me. More than healthy, in fact. You sweet talker? I'm just bringing a couple of radishes to the doctor. Right. And radishes will cure what exactly? There are some very old newspapers here. Actually, I shouldn't talk. I like radishes. Read. Especially Japanese ones. Wonder in their pickled too. Wonder if they wrote about the disappearances back then. Tragic incident befalls young lady. Spirited away for 3 days. Really? They get spirited away for 3 whole days. That's crazy. They're just not searched properly, or... Sorry to bother you while at work. Oh, why, it's no bother. How long have you been here? I take it you've been seeing patients here for many years now. It's been quite a few years indeed. It's not much of a clinic, but I could treat any kind of wound, alright? Is there any other patients that you deal with on a regular basis at all? Yeah, they all do. They come here to gossip mostly. I mean, as long as they're healthy, I can't complain. What about the other fellow I saw earlier? Did you happen to see him? This guy. Oh, let's go to the police for a second. Well, let's talk to you first. Are you looking for your camp, Masaya? What? How do you know? Did you deduce that detective style? I heard that Sugihiko had a habit of taking long walks. Do you know if his route would have taken him to the bridge? He'd leave at 4 AM in the morning and walk through the whole village, including the bridge, so maybe he wasn't just taking a random walk. Maybe he wanted to pay his respects at the spot where his brother died. Maybe. Or maybe he was thinking about the time that he killed him. The bridge Shitara fell from. So they all fell from the same bridge. If you know where exactly from the bridge he fell, I'd like to know. I do know it. Shall I walk you here? Thank you. Please do so later. Yes, later. Want to chat with this guy first. Sorry to bother you again. But this is the big city detective. Sorry, I've always wanted to say that. Anyway, how can I help you? Got me records on the first case. Back in the clinic, I found out the very first person to be spirited away. Do you know more about that? After hers, 2 more disappearances followed rather soon. It's in the report worded by the officer who worked here before me. Ah, okay. Suspicious serial disappearance all at the same time. What else did that report say? Just give me a second. Oh, there it is. Village girl disappeared. Parents found a missing person. Report industry found dead 5 days later, but that's not what the paper said. The paper said 3 days later. 3 days later, a man was missing. His wife organized a search in the woods. 2 days later, they found his body. Just a week later, another man went missing. The village doctor reported the man had been worried about something. He was found the day after the search was initiated. Right. What's the connection between the 3? Did those 3 victims know each other? Were they related? It's a small village, so we all know each other here. That was not saying much. Oh, but it seems like the 3rd man who went missing was friends with the girl. Maybe it was her disappearance that had him so worried, and maybe he went into the woods to look for her. Okay, that's everyone for now. Let's go and Do I want to go to the bridge? Not right now. Let's, no, yeah, let's get to the Spirit Woods. See who's here to talk to. Just the wife at the moment, it looks like. Or is this the old lady? And talk to him about Makoto. Keep quiet. May I bother you again? You're the only one here still tongue and throwing. It's clear you take this seriously. Well, Sugihiko and his wife. Did Sugihiko and his wife have children? Never. And Makoto's daughter passed away after marrying, so we're lucky Masaya came back. Come back? What do you mean? Her father's family was no good. When her mother died, they chased Masaya away, only keeping her brother with them. Right. Have you noticed anything weird in Makoto's behavior since his husband Ichitaro passed away? I'm assuming that's her. Back then, Tsugihiko said she'd take care of her, and people praised him with kindness. But if I were in Saiko's shoes as his wife, I would have had a thing or three to say about that. Tsugihiko would take Makoto to the storehouse to show her how to use the key. Tell me that's not suspicious. Wow, okay, interesting. Maybe a bit of a scandal going on there. Makoto seems to have some secrets that she can't even tell Masaya. You have any idea about that? Along with his inheritance, our father left us the family secrets. Secret that could ruin the Sendo's reputation. It can only be that. Really? Do you mind telling me about this? At all? Yes, tell me about these secrets. Feel free. And those secrets are? They're secrets. I'll never tell us all about them, least of all someone like you. Well, it doesn't hurt to try, right? And there's no one else here? Oh, there is a farmer. Farmer, tell me your stories. Are you here to pay your respects? Oh yes, I owe so much to his folks. So you're here to see the late Tsugihiko. He was a good fellow. I'm sorry he had to go like so. Anything wrong with Himiko? Is anything wrong? You seem to be glancing at Himiko. It's just this morning I was taking my walk to the shrine and I saw someone. It was still dark, so I wouldn't bet my hat on it, but it was sure looked like a lady. A woman seen at dawn, eh? And the Sendo family. Why do you say you owe the Sendo family? Because it's true. For me and for all the folks here. Been sorting out stuff for the whole village, always. Really? Okay. Interesting. But you got nothing to tell me about anybody right now. This must be the clinic, right? A shrine, okay, I will go there then. Oh, this is the crazy old lady is. And I can't talk to her about anything right now? No. She refuses. But I could have talked to probably the lady about the woman seen at door. May I ask you some questions? Looks like the spirit hasn't snatched you away yet. Spirit. Can you tell me more about the spirit? It roams the village looking for wrongdoers. It stares at them with its beastly eyes, covers them with its cape, and makes them disappear. Really? Okay. Well, that's a very scary spirit. I'll make sure to look out for it when I'm doing my rounds. Let's go back to the Spirit Woods for a second. See if this lady can tell me about anything. Okay. Never mind then. I'm out of here. Let's go back to Sendo Manor. Alrighty. What can you tell me? So there's just the one lady here that I can talk to. But I'll talk to you now while I'm here. You look tired. I think you should rest. Don't worry, I'm fine. Let me ask you this again. Where were you last night around the time that Tsugihiko died? I was in my bedroom all night. Once I got ready to sleep, that's what I did till morning. Makoto was by herself in her room. And the commotion this morning? Where were you this morning when Tsugihiko was found? Still in my bedroom. I've got a bad knee, you see, so lately I've been going to the clinic like one would go on a daily walk. Really? Okay, so if no one can look for you there, then perhaps... Oh. Thank you. Okay, so I still can't find anything about the kids. Right. No, I understand. It's your job. Talking makes me feel like a little bitter anyway. Did Tsujihiko ever tell you anything about the storehouse key? No, never. He wasn't a secretive man, but he didn't like people to intrude on his personal space for a long time either. Maybe that was why we've had separate bedrooms for so long. Or maybe he had a secret. So Yukiko and the wife slept in secret bedrooms. Interesting secret. Where were you when your husband was found? In my bedroom, like always, which is separate from my husband's, like always. So she seems rather salty about it. I would be too. I don't blame her. Let me just ask her about this, then I'll ask the old lady. That means you can't be sure when exactly your husband left his room. Exactly. He liked to go on works at night or early in the morning, when there were no people around, but I'd usually be asleep. Right. So you didn't really have that much in common, did you? What about... Can you tell me about Makoto? Oh, that's the poster. Can anyone back up your claims about being in your room? I don't think so. I saw Psycho walking down the hallway before I fell asleep, but I don't know if that proves anything. Really? So she was wandering, eh? That's different to what she told me, so... Let's ask her. Psycho has been witnessed, eh? Did you notice anything else? I heard Messiah's voice. She was calling out for a kid in the garden. Messiah was also witnessed, eh? Well, that's certainly interesting, isn't it? Okay, that's everyone. Let's go to the storeroom for now. We haven't been in here in a minute, so... Oh my god, look at those voluptuous. I'm not distracted at all. Okay, I can't talk to anyone about anything in particular right now. But what is your deal, breasted woman? Sorry to bother you at this hour. May I have a few words with you? Sure thing. Well, how can I help you? Nice to meet you. Oh, you're related to the Cinder family. I'm their housekeeper. I've been working for them for a pretty long time. Really? What kind of housekeeping do you do? Do you ever stay with the Cinder till late? In particular, I'd like to know if you'd noticed anything weird last night. I was here till late last night. There wasn't anything weird going on. Or maybe one thing. After dinner, I heard Himeko discussing something with Mitsuo in her room. They sounded like they'd take a while to be done. Really? Okay. How many more leads do we have? Oh. Are you taking a break too? Is it all like usual? Do you come to the storehouse often? Not really. I just came to see what all the racket was about. About the lock, have you seen that? Was the storehouse door locked this morning? It was, at least it was when I came to check after being woken up by all that noise. Alright, why did you check it? And anything suspicious? Not at all, didn't notice anything. Really? Okay. That's a little suspicious in of itself. That you didn't notice anything suspicious. But I'll believe you for now. Right, more family tree. The ball again. Let's go back to the field road and have a chat with the guy. I know that there's nothing to talk to him about, but maybe he's got more to say now. It's a different guy. Sorry to interrupt you while you're resting. Ain't you ever the hard worker? Are you always early in the morning? Go around, gotta catch the worm and all that. Any suspicious individuals around dawn? Believe me, I did. I saw some folk walking near the bridge. Thought they were Tsujihito for a moment. Then it took me another gander, and they was the spirit, really. He saw a spirit witnessed at dawn. Can you tell me more about that? What did it look like? What did the spirit you saw look like? Got a bull mask and straw cape on, but I couldn't see all that well because they were hiding in them woods from when the Sendo mansion is. But that's the spirit. Anything else that you witnessed? So you saw the spirit. Did you notice anything out about it at all? They're walking weird, limping, like they got a bad leg. Really? Okay, so we know that that lady said that she has a bad knee. And we know that she also wandered out of the thing at night. So I think we've got our main suspect. The woman in the house with the bare knee. But while I'm here, I might as well have a chat with you, my good friend, about potentially the spirit. Have you witnessed the spirit? Have you ever witnessed the spirit kidnapping somebody? All I've seen was its mask moving around. It was dust, but I could tell that great powers, raging powers, were controlling it. Oh, Graham might have seen it. Right, tell me about the first disappearance. Do you know anything about the first person who was spirited away from the village? The day before it happened, someone was possessed by a spirit near the edge of the village. They say you could hear a man scream in fear and then his voice slowly fade away, but you could not see him. Right, what about that man? Fade away? What happened to that man? The priestess before me said it across the bridge. When he came close to the Cinder mansion, he disappeared for good. Really? Okay. Well, that is certainly interesting, isn't it? And that's all we can talk to old Graham about. And we've got, what, 16 out of 19 now? Okay. Who else? These guys in the storehouse. We keep on getting information here. Yeah. Any of you seen the spirit at all? Apparently not, but I will chat to you again just in case. Yeah, we've already seen all that dialogue. Maybe I'll have a look at the ball again, just for some. One of them has the mask and straw cape on it. Right, examine carefully. What's this? There are traces on the floor. Something was dragged away from this door. Right, okay, so there's a door here. I honestly just thought it would be the red ball again, so I didn't even bother looking. Did that actually give me a clue about potential things, or not? No, it did not. Okay. We've got everything in the house, I think. I'll just double check. I'll be all of 2 seconds. Yeah. And we got everything that we can from the police station, I think. What about the field road? Yeah, okay. What about the clinic? No, okay. Let's ask the doctor about this limping spirit. Does he might know who was limping? And I think it's probably that just lady. Your recent patients. Have you visited any member of the Sendo family as of late? Yes, not too much ago. Nothing major though. Makoto's knee was just giving us some trouble. There's old age for you. Makoto has a bad knee. Yeah, she told us that herself. Anything else? Makoto has a bad knee. Well, we can ask Makoto about that, surely. Or someone else. But, let's go and move over to the, police. No, the storehouse. And ask them about Makoto's knee. Yeah, it's the only place. We've only got one left. And Makoto's apparently got a bad knee. Makoto's bad knee. You don't ever escort Makoto to the clinic. Me? Oh no, I'll just be a third wheel. Third wheel? I'm not sure I understand who the second wheel would be. Come on, I meant Sugihiko. Oh, hush hush, but did you know? Sugihiko's room has a hidden door that leads directly to Makoto's room. Really? This is getting more and more interesting. So that must be everyone now, right? So yes, I can deduce. I found out, yeah, it must be Makoto. She's realized that her husband's cheating and... Time to put together all the information I got. People have been spirited away one after the other around the Sendo family, including Sugihiko. and these don't look like accidents. However, there's no evidence or witness testimony strong enough to hone in on a suspect. That's why many still believe this was all the doing of a supernatural being. And among the villagers, some have already allegedly witnessed this supernatural being firsthand. What did they say? Well, they said that it was limping, right? The spirit was limping. But does that really make sense? Yes, it does. I'm probably just jumping too far ahead. So I think that it's probably that they just witnessed the spirit. Yeah. I got a witness testimony about seeing a mysterious figure wearing the spirit's paraphernalia. That's a fun word, paraphernalia. I like it. Other testimonies have started painting a clearer picture of the suspect. Unfortunately, none of them were precise enough to accuse any single individual. The figure of a woman wearing the mask and straw cape. This figure had one more interesting feature of it. What was it? I told you in the previous one. It had a bad knee. It was limping. The spirit was limping. Right, the person wearing the spirit's costume walked with a limp. The deed was done late at night. As expected, almost nobody has a strong alibi. But if I compare all I heard, I should be able to single out a prime suspect. Himeko and Mitsuo were bickering till late. Their alibis match. But there's someone whose alibi hasn't been corroborated by anyone else. Who is it? It was Makoto, right? Or Masayo. Oh no, Psycho. Yes, it was Psycho. And she was a witness. That's her wife. And she admitted it. But, right. Yeah. Can I go to R? No. Sakuya's wife, Psycho, were their bad terms or is more behind her? Yeah. Just where it was limping. Old Graham must have seen it. But do we know that Makoto has a bad knee? Do we know anything about Makoto and her alibi? Makoto was by herself in her room, right? Makoto was by herself in her room. Right, Makoto said she was in her bedroom by herself, but nobody can confirm that. So Makoto was jealous of Psycho or something like that? It's not much, but now I do have some witness statements about a possible suspect. Problem is, I can't just believe everything I hear from these people. I don't understand the inner workings and power struggles in the Cinder family if I want to solve this case. Who are the most suspicious ones right now? Probably Makoto. She has a bad knee. And Psycho. Do we get like 2 names? Who are the most suspected ones right now? Will be Makoto and Psycho. What does it say? So much, but it probably is I can believe everything I need to understand. And Working's power cells, the Cinder family. Who are the most suspicious ones right now? Fine. These people? Right. But one of those is the murderer. Murder victim, so scrap the info I'm not going to need anymore. Got some more useful info about alibis and spirit. I'm going to take a better look at the village from the bridge where it all started. Well, let's do that now, eh? Chapter 4. It seems to me like the title of head of the family was somewhat of an obsession for Sugihiko. Stop beating around the bush. Just say it. You think it was a murder to become head of the family. It's understandable. If it were me, I'd say the end justifies the means. Really? Why is it so important? Why does the head of the family mean so much? It's just the title, it's the perks that comes with the storeroom. And yet Chitara wanted to be the one to finally cut ties with this unsightly tradition, as he called it. Really, what's the tradition? The secrets, right? Suchiri wanted to change things in the Sendo family. And Tsujihiko would argue about that on a daily basis. One would say the family had fought hard to protect its secrets. The other would say the statute of limitations doesn't apply to morals. You know what? We ought to thank the spirit for taking away that dangerous individual at a crucial moment. Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt that at all. Now, remember that just because we've had that little chat, it doesn't actually mean that we've been to the forest area. There you are. Hello, Detective. The bridge's location. Thank you for showing me the way. I thought the only way to reach here was through the fields. You can also get to the bridge through the Shine or through our house on the storehouse side. Right, the path through here. I think I'll check out the roads you told me about once more. Not afraid of a long walk, huh? Must be why they call you people gumshoes. Anyway, if there's anything else I can help you with, please let me know. I'll be here for a while. Well, you can certainly help me. Tell me all your information right now. The spirit was limping. Walking with a limp. The spirit was witnessed on the bridge at dawn. Looks like it was walking with a limp. The spirit had a limp? I see. Anything else about that? No, she doesn't want to chat with me right now. I'll chat with you later, my friend. In the meantime, let me go. I'll just go clockwise, I think, and then I'll end up in the middle as the last ones. This is probably the easiest way to do it. Hello, good weather today, isn't it? Oh, hello. Is anything wrong? Why are you here at the police station? Is anything wrong? To dropping off turnips? Oh no, just bringing a cup of green to the officer. Funny thing, I done ran into Sakigo here just yesterday. Had visitors for him too. Can't believe I ain't ever seen him again. Really? Was Sukihiko here often? You meet Tsujihiko here around here often? Around here? He was always walking around, so you'd run into him everywhere. Really? Okay. So he was a walker as well, eh? A zombie, if you would. Good day, officer. Good day to you, detective. Any news whatsoever? Anything out of the ordinary happen? This is the first actual case I've seen since I was stationed here, so it's already out of the ordinary for me. The most we have to deal with usually is some monkey in the mountains. Ha ha ha. A monkey, eh? Are they causing trouble? Monkeys? Are they stealing fruit or something like that? Or can you coexist? Surely you can coexist. I can't imagine it causing that much trouble. I don't know much about the monkeys, to be honest, but I wouldn't imagine they cause too much destruction. Hello, good weather today, isn't it? Hello, detective. Yep, there's some nice clear sky. What about your usual day? You pass by here daily? Sure do. There's my field, close ahead. Tsujihiko used this road daily too. Here to come say hello to all of us. Them send us some bright toast. I'll tell you as much. Really, Tsujihiko's patrol. Tsujihiko patrol these roads every single day? Patrol? Nothing so serious. Just checking in on us village folk to see if we'd been doing well. You could call it going overboard. He don't worry too much. Right, okay. Interesting. Anything that you want to chat with me about? No. Okay. Next part is the clinic. The brother's here. What's he doing here? Anything that he can tell me about? No. But perhaps I can have a chat with him. Hello there, Mitsuyo. Hello, detective. Why are you here? You're not feeling well? Oh, I'm fine. I'd just like to chat with the doctor. He's the only one around here who's worth talking to. Really? Can you talk with your family? You don't speak much with Himiko. Does the same true for the others, like Saiko and Makoto? Yes, we don't speak much, and talking to Saiko as she is right now, perish the thought. She is furious at how Tsujihiko's death has been treated as yet another supernatural phenomenon. Yeah, well, it's not. Believe you me, it is not at all. Tell me about stuff. Sorry to barge in again, Doctor. Oh, Detective, it's you again. Still hard at work, I see. It's got to be someone's job. Has there been anything unusual going on here lately? Not really, apart from your presence. The villagers are all as healthy as it gets. They only come here to chat over a cup of tea. Really, okay. All as healthy as it gets, eh? Even old grandma? And the lady with bad knees? Nothing there. Alright, booby lady. You need to stop defying gravity right now. Well, you're here to visit the shrine. No, just taking the long way around. Got a few pounds to shed. Old Graham, eh? The lady that people called Old Graham? Just who is she? She's the spirit's priestess. She's in charge of the shrine. How long has she been the priestess? Any idea how old she is? I was just wondering if she could still know about the people who were spirited away in the past. Old Graham has been an old Graham forever now. I guess there was a different priestess in charge before her. But good luck telling them apart. They got the exact same faces. Really? Really? Okay. Maybe they reincarnate every time that they die. Something to think about. Oh, she's here now. Graham. Oh, there's another person here as well. Oh, we better chat with both of them. May I bother you again, Graham? What is it? You're still here. This morning, around dawn, were you at the shrine? My duties began as soon as the sun rises. Did anyone come here? Did you see anyone at all? Someone was walking in the woods right from the road. They started running, maybe because they noticed me. I didn't catch their face. Really? Okay. Sugihiko in the costume. Would you know why the spirit's costume was placed in Sugihiko's body? No, but I could sense something, a strange smell coming from the cape. Weird. Okay. Interesting. Potentially something to talk about. But not to you. Or to the other person here. But certainly conclusive evidence. Hello. Good weather today, isn't it? Oh, hello yourself. Beats me about the weather. Them woods so dark you barely know. You come here often. To this part of the woods. Ain't nobody come here all that much. Them's the spirits woods after all. No trash round, see? Really? Okay, Sugihiko in the costume. Is that how you tell humans are being out trash? So I wanted to put the Sugihiko, spirit's costume on Sugihiko after he died. Scary stuff. Makes one wonder. Some things we just can't explain. And what are you doing back here, cat? The cat find something? Sure. There's a hairbrush under a pile of fallen leaves. The local officers must have missed it because of the leaves. It's in good condition. Must have been dropped lately. Oh, okay. So definitely one of the ladies did the deed. Because she dropped a hairbrush. I'm going to ask both these fellows about it. Beautiful hairbrush. This hairbrush was found near the body. Have you ever seen it before? A hairbrush in the woods. That's one strange find for sure. But no luck, detective. Never done seen the thing before. Alrighty. What about the old lady? Have you seen it before? I found this brooch near the body. Have you ever seen it before? I haven't, but I recognize the smell. It's faint, but there. It's just like the cape, is it? I knew it. Okay, so that's almost, that is a full circle now, because we started at the bridge. Let's go back into the Psycho Manor. The Psycho Manor. And we look at these photos finally. Yes. He had the same eyes as Masayo. Really? Okay. Thank you for your help. Detective, have you discovered anything? Yeah, how are you doing? You sure you don't need to take a rest? Some of the villagers told me the same earlier. They must be worried about me. But they're going to turn this into another fairy tale. It's a shame the spirit had to take your husband, they said. Murder became an old wives' tale, right? Can you tell me about this hairbrush near the body? Have you ever seen it before? Was I somewhat familiar? Is this related to my husband's death? I'm sorry, but I can't say for sure yet. That brooch belongs to someone in the family. You can try asking our housekeeper. She's very well informed about this kind of thing. Well, I will. I certainly will ask the housekeeper right now, in fact. Even before going to the storeroom, which I still have to go to. Don't make me forget. Yes. Can you tell me about this hairbrush? Have you ever seen this hairbrush before? Let me see. It's familiar. I think I saw Makoto wearing this one time. No, I'm sure it's Makoto's. Makoto's hairbrush. Yeah, I thought so. What else though? Is Makoto at the storeroom now? She's at the bridge, right? She offered to take me there. Poach me off, I'd imagine. Alright. Excuse me, there's something I'd like to ask you. What is it? Last night. What did you do last evening after dinner? I'm assuming you're asking me for my alibi. I was talking with Mitsuo about our family's future. He never gives me straight answers, so it's always an ordeal. He wasted so much time dodging my questions that it was late at night when we were done. Ask him, he'll tell you the same thing. Right, Hamika and Mitsuo were together, which matches what we've heard previously from other people. I found this brooch in the body. Have you ever seen it before? You found this there? So what? You're saying it must belong to the murderer? Stop staring at me like that. It's not mine. Yeah, but I was asking you if you did know who it was. Oh, yeah. You know, sorry to bother you again if it was yours. Never mind, what is it? Your relationship with Sugihiko. Won't sugarcoat it. Did you and Sugihiko have a relationship you kept a secret from Psycho? Does that have anything to do with this case? It does. Depending on your answer, I might have to disregard all of your previous statements. Well, that's true. Sugihiko and I had a secret relationship. Yeah. Waikado and Sugihiko's secret bond. And the drop hairbrush. This is yours, right? I found this brooch in the body. Have you ever seen it before? This was near the body? Well, who knows? I can't be sure. Yeah, it's yours. There's no need to deny it now. This hair brooch is yours. I have it on good authority that this brooch belongs to you. It could, or it could not. Are you telling me you don't know? I have dozens of hair brooches, you know? Right. So you're saying that someone stole it. Alrighty. That's barely an alibi, but sure. Ask you about this. Something was dragged over here. There is a tiny bit of light coming through. Looks like there are cracks in the wall. Look carefully. With that cracked wall out of the way, you could probably slip the mask through. But it's not large enough for a person to go through it. Right, so someone's hidden here, gave the mask. Right. Oh, no. I wanna stay here. Thank you. Right. Yeah. I know. You don't need to tell me. Gross. Yes. Makoto and Sugihiko's secret bond. Let's ask Makoto about that. The secret bond with Sugihiko. How long has this secret relationship of yours been going on? Someone else asked me this question before. Is it a detective with the same family name as you have? And our relationship had already started back then. We chased the detective away from the village to protect our secret, so it was my grandpa. Gramps also worked on these cases. Right. Interesting. So, can you tell me about my grandfather at all? Yes, you can. My grandfather wasn't able to get a statement from you. Back then, I'd have died rather than have that secret brought to life. I remember that your grandfather smoked quite a lot. Do you share his habit? Unfortunately, tobacco was never my thing. I don't smoke. That's a lie. We've seen you smoke like 3 times. Stop lying to these people. Unless you vape. Unless you're a vapor. There was someone I wanted to chat to. But we could just do the rounds. Yes, let's go back to the bridge. I can't remember exactly who it was that I wanted to chat to. Well, let's ask her about the brooch, just to confirm it's Makoto's brooch. This was found near the body. Have you ever seen it before? This hair brooch is... I'm sorry, I'm afraid you shouldn't tell you anything more about that. Yeah, so you do know that it's Makoto's. Did this hair brooch belong to Makoto? It definitely resembles the hair brooch that Grandma might have had. Maybe. She once told me she had gotten it as a gift from someone special. Really? Okay. Oh, that's certainly interesting. Maybe Yohiko? Okay, I can't talk to you about anything else. But let's continue to go clockwise to the Sheriff's Department. Hello, Sheriffs. May I talk to you about this beautiful hairbrush? This hairbrush is found in the body. Have you ever seen it before? Let me see. A hairbrush looks right expensive too. Way back when, Sugihiko said he done buy a hairbrush from abroad. Said the customs taxed him naked. Could it be that? Ah ha ha, listen to me. Like them were the only hairbrush in the world. Ha ha ha. Right, Sugihiko imported a hairbrush. Yeah, it probably is the same. So that's interesting. Because, yeah, she said that she's got plenty of hairbrushes. And this hairbrush is near on the ground near her body, but she must have a special connection to this one. Ever seen it before? I'm so sorry, I have no idea how I could let such an important piece of evidence slip. Please forgive this oversight. As for the hairbrush, I've never seen it before. I'm so sorry. Don't apologize, mate. You did not make any faux pas whatsoever. It was buried under the leaves. We can't always be crazy. Like me. And look, okay. So Sugihiko was patrolling the village's streets daily. Now, patrolling is a bad word. He was no tyrant lord or nothing. He was looking out for us. Blessed soul he was. Right, okay. Well, that's certainly interesting, isn't it? Anything on the field road? I'm pretty sure I got all the information I can from here. Right, well, let's move on. That's what we want to see at the end of the day. Because we don't want to go spend some time in too many places. Oop, let's get back to the clinic. And see if we can chat to these fellows about anything. Well, I can talk to you. Himiko and Mitsuo are together. I heard that you and Himiko were discussing something in her room on the night of the disappearance. Yes, we were. She wanted to discuss our family's future. Well, discuss is not quite right. I mostly had to listen to her monologue. By the time she was satisfied, it was already late, and neither of us had left the house after that. Alright. So you both are cooperating your own alibi. Alrighty. So the consensus seems to be that Sugihiko has been spirited away. Well, about that. What, did you notice anything? Did you know that in the past spirited away cases, the mask was set up above the body as to look down on them? Right. It's in a different location. I did notice that. So in the past, the victim wasn't wearing the mask. Exactly. Unlike this time, maybe this case is the same as the past ones. Right. Interesting. Right, how much more? Oh, we can deduce. Ah, there we go. Well, that saves me going around talking to more people, doesn't it? We got all the information we need. Time to put together all the info I know. Sugihiko was praised for his efforts to help Makoto and her child after they lost Chitaro. However, his motives were beyond simple kindness. My grandfather walked into the same wall while I was on the road to solve the case. There's a relationship that could turn all I assumed about this case on its head. Between whom? So that was Himiko Mitsuo. No, not Himiko Mitsuo, though that'd be creepy. That was Makoto and Sugihiko's secret bond. Right, because of this, my grandfather couldn't get any valid statements about the disappearances. And also, he was a shit detective. He got a 10-year-old boy to figure out a case one time. After the body was carried away, I found this hairbrush in the woods. After asking around, I finally found the owner. That gave me a suspect, and a glimpse of a secret bond between two people. Sugihiko bought this brooch from overseas and gave it to someone as a gift. So whom did he give it to? He gave it to Makoto. But do we find that through here? Yeah, Makoto's hair brooch. Makoto's hair brooch. Right, the hair brooch belongs to Makoto. Yeah. So she's the murderer. Someone has put the spirit's mask and straw cape on Sugihiko's body, and it was found like that. That costume also made an appearance in the past cases, but in a different way. Mitsuyo, who was there when the other disappearances took place, told me about it. How was the spirit costume used in the past cases? It was above. The mask was in a different location. near the body, not on it. The mask was near the bodies. Right, in those cases, the mask was propped up above the victim's body, as if looking down on it, not wearing it, like this one. Just like with those who came before him, Tsujihiko's death has been treated as his being spirited away. However, something Mitsuyo says keeps bothering me. In those past cases, the mask was found next to the body, but in the most recent case, the mask was in a different location. Yeah. Right, the mask was on the body, or rather the body was wearing it, yes. So Mitsuyo definitely did it, and she didn't know that stuff enough. There's reason to believe that this case is different than the other ones that came before it, yes, but also the cases that came before it were not supernatural. They just weren't. We're arresting people. Sorry to bother you while you're so busy. Oh, is this a little parlor room scene here? Please get it over with as fast as you can. Are you here to tell us you found the culprit? I wish that was the case. Unfortunately, I'm out of time. Out of time? What do you mean? My superior's called. I need to get back to the office to report. Detective. There's the spirit seen walking with a limp, the hairbrush found near the body, the costume taken from the storehouse, and most importantly, the power struggle within the Sendo family. All points to a single suspect. But I have no warrant right now. Unfortunate as it is, my investigation of today ends here. Till next time. Oh, we're making someone do something suspicious. My grandfather carried out an investigation in this village years before me. Yes, we're gonna be pushed off the bridge, right? Just like me, he probably had to cross this bridge while the suspects looked at him go. Yeah, the bridge that everyone gets pushed off. Leave it to me, Gramps. I won't let the cubs get away scot-free. I know you won't. I know you won't. Time to make deductions based on all the info I got. 3 people spirited away in a mysterious coincidence. That was the first case. Then came the second. This time it was the head of the Sendo family, Ichitaro, who got spirited away. Both were filed as unfortunate accidents. That is, despite the doubts that some raised, all disappearances were blamed on simple misfortune. And that costume always put there as if to say that a spirit was behind it all. I don't have enough evidence to prove it, but what's the truth behind these disappearances? The Sendo family was behind it. The first disappearance was a crime by the Sendo family. The next 2 were necessary to cover it up. That's true. The next case came out of the struggle for the head of the family title. But this time it's different. Ooh, he's coming. He's coming for me. The mask and straw cape put on Tsukiko after he died was supposed to be kept in the Sendo storehouse. But the storehouse was locked and nobody could have entered it. However, there were some traces there, traces of something being dragged. So who took the spirit costume out of the storehouse? That was Makoto. Is that really so? Oh, okay. The cat, right? Yes, because the ball's there. Right, somehow, the cat was made to drag the costume out of the storehouse. By putting a certain smell in the store cape and taking advantage of the cat's training, the culprit got it to take the costume out. And that's why the ball was in there as well. Then there's that hair brooch that was found in the spirit woods. That belonged to Makoto. Makoto won't talk about why the brooch was there. This is probably a vital piece of evidence for this case. But when exactly did the hair brooch fall into the spirit woods? I reckon during, after the murder as a deception, I reckon. Right, the culprit must have placed it there on purpose after murdering Tsukihiko. Didn't have a single scratch and it wasn't stained with spoiled blood. This probably meant to disrupt the investigation. Yes, come closer, my good friend. Give me a hug. I want to chat with you. Then the spirit was witnessed. It walked in a very peculiar way, with a limp. But then again, another statement talked about that same figure running away. Yes, correct. The spirit walked in that recognizable way on the bridge where people could see it. So the spirit was done to make Makoto the suspect, and I fell right into it. It was actually Psycho, who I was my first suspect originally, but What does that contradiction between these two statements tell me about the culprit? Pretended to have a bad leak. Right, the culprit pretended to live, assuming that people would notice it. Yeah. But on the way back from the woods, rather than take the risk of being seen close up, the culprit sprinted away. Yes, correct. He's right behind me, isn't he? Taking all of this into account, who killed Sugihiko, the most recent person to be spirited away? That was Psycho, right? She was jealous of the cheating. Let's think it through once more. Okay. So it wasn't Makoto either. Maybe it was Himiko. She wanted to be the person. No, okay. Masaya, because she trained the cat. But why? There's a dark past behind the case. Dark enough to drive you to the point of committing murder. It's the Sendo's dark past, and it's an unforgivable history. However, I must stop you. The real culprit, the one hiding behind the spirit, is you, Masaya. Ah! So you knew, Detective. I did. No, Masaya. I tried my luck. You probably knew that it was Sugihiko who killed your grandfather. And you also knew that Makoto. Sugihiko who killed your grandfather. Yes, that's true, yeah. That Makoto who is having an affair with condoned that murder. Yes, that's true, yeah. Forced to rely on those people to survive, you fell into despair. That's what I assumed. The day before the murder, you asked Sugihiko to open the storehouse for you, and you set up your trick. The next morning, you shoved him off the bridge and then headed to the storehouse again. You used a toy ball to lead your cat around without having to enter the building yourself. With the mask and straw cape now in your possession, you approached Sugihiko's dead body. You set up the scene as you needed and then went back to your everyday life. There are two things my mother always used to tell me. The Sendo family is cursed and should not be allowed to exist, and I will never forgive the Sendo family. Right. Masaya, Detective, I was ready to kill you rather than let you leave the village with the wrong idea about this death. I hope my investigation was to your satisfaction. Did I get anything wrong? You did not. Please, arrest me. Did you come here to confess your crime to me? No, I came here to murder you. I wanted to. It's a long trip to the police station. I'll walk you there. Jingle jingle. The cat's got some money. We're arresting her as well. Meow! What's wrong? Detective, may I ask you a favor? If there's anything I can help with, like looking after the cat, I can do that. At first, I had no idea that my grandfather had been working on those related cases. I only knew that he'd been working on them, but that was it. My grandmother probably kept quiet because of her own secrets. Masayo, I'd like to hear more about you. Oh, this is Masayo? About me? I want to know what led you to commit this crime. Visiting time is almost over, so I won't be able to go into much detail. That's fine. The Sendo family is its own little world, closed off from the rest. The head of the family has power over everything, and the villagers treat him as king. And as far as I know, the first disappearance is the family's way of hiding how one of them had killed a girl. The girl's father became suspicious of the Sendo, and they spirited him away to protect themselves. The third person to disappear was a friend of the girl's. Must have been another inconvenience from the family. So the spirit struck once again. And so the head of the family kept the secret, only revealing it to his successor. But can I ask you about Ichitaro's dead? Go ahead. Sugihiko killed him to take his place as head of the family, correct? Yes, my grandfather, Ichitaro, wanted to cut ties with the Sendo's tradition and end the whole head of the family thing. But that would make the family's dark past resurface, and the Sendo's reputation would have been destroyed. Sugihiko thought that Ichitaro wasn't fit to lead the Sendo, and so he killed his brother, protecting the family. Right. Since Makoto's affair probably started, that must mean she knew about it, but kept silent. Most likely, yes. And then, Masayo, we come to you. The main difference between this disappearance and the others was the location of the mask. The other people who were spirited away were found with the mask staring down at them. But this time it was as if the spirit itself had been killed, laid there lifeless with its mask gone. That crime scene showed how much he resented the Sendo family. Sugihiko made sure that Makoto's daughter married into a wealthy family. She gave birth to you and then died of illness. Right. My mother was a frail woman to begin with, and your family treated her like an object. They were the kind of family to chase you away as soon as your mother had a son, which is what they wanted. Figure. Your grandfather was killed because of a power struggle, and your mother died because of a political marriage. I can't fathom how deep the grudge you held against the cinder line goes. You became the spirit and struck back against the family that had spirited away so many. So, you got your revenge, isn't that so? Detective. Yes. I would have pushed every last one of them off that bridge. If you hadn't found me out, that is. Looks like it's time. Asaya. Even the smallest village can attract enough attention. The media is storming the Sendo mansion. The headline is an old family whose serial murders have come to light. Good. I'm glad. I'll schedule another visit. Next time we can talk about your cat. Good. So we are looking after the cat. I thought so. I'm glad. Oh, okay. What a good case. I've got some thoughts about it. So I think that this case had a lot more red herrings than the other case. Like the red herrings were the cheating, the power struggle. Well, that kind of wasn't a red herring, right? Because that still led to Mayaso's thoughts about killing their family because of the whole power struggle thing. The fact that what's his name? Ichikuji wanted to give out the information about the murders of the village, and the other family won't let him, so that's why he got killed. But yeah. What else? I wish that there was more information about the ball, like the fact that it had the smell on it, or that it had the there's Waikado. So the grandfather was the one that smoked. So that was the past. Okay, thank you for the words on the case. No, thank you. Finished. What else was I going to say? And there's the cat. So the brooch, of course, that was a red herring, but that was a red herring on purpose, so I understand that. Though there was a lot of misdirection with the brooch. Otherwise, I thought it was a fantastic puzzle, a fantastic detective game. I just think at the end there, there was too many culprits that we still had in our mind. Like, Psycho was very much clearly a suspect, right? Because she did not have an alibi at the time of the death. Neither did the actual murderer, but that's fine. The only thing, and Psycho could have ran away because she didn't have the limp then. Yeah, the only one that really got crossed off was Makoto. But maybe I'm missing something. Check some ideas in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!